We want to welcome everyone back to another episode of the Comemere I am Q, and this is
Snuggles.
And don't forget to grab your t-shirts and all your apparel, and the link will be down in the description box. Now, today's subject, we had some subjects already mapped out, planned, and ready. But as we was getting ready, the government has some new news to give out, and it's mandating that everyone stays away from the grocery stores and the pharmacies for 2 weeks. Not a day, 2 weeks. This is going to be an issue. For one, people don't have refrigerators big enough to supply 2 weeks worth of groceries. Two, all the canned goods that they put out for people not to put in the not in their refrigerators, but in the cabinets, they sell out very quickly. And now you standing in long lines, and now you can't get food. So I wanted to see how this is supposed to play out. I don't see how this is going to work, going 2 weeks without your medicine and without your groceries.
Yeah. Well, first, they're suggesting that we stay away from the grocery stores and the pharmacies for the next 2 weeks because somehow they're predicting that these next 2 weeks, the numbers are going to go sky high in deaths because of the virus that's going around. So, I never really understood how they can predict who will die and who won't, but
That's a huge question. Everybody in the world would like to know, how do people predict deaths if the deaths haven't already happened? In my mindset, it sounds like they already have this planned. Unfortunately, because I don't see how you can predict over 100,000 plus so people dying in the next week or so. That don't make any sense to me. I don't see how that is correct. I don't see the facts behind that because, some people can miraculously beat it.
Yeah, a lot of people have beat it. A lot of people had it and didn't even know they had it.
True. The symptoms didn't get bad.
Yeah, a lot of people had it, didn't even know they had it. And I just read today that they're saying, like, when everybody was getting sick around November, December, even January this year, people technically probably already had the coronavirus and didn't even know.
True.
They didn't even have testing for it. They tested you for the flu, and if your flu came back negative, which mine did, they told me I just had a severe upper respiratory infection. Right. So therefore, it's like you could have already had it because it wasn't really popping over here in the U.S. We didn't get tested for it. So they basically just treated like it was the flu. Like it was an upper respiratory infection. And you just went on and got through with it. My mom was sick for at least about 2 weeks. My aunt was sick for 2 weeks. And you keep going to the doctor and they're telling you, well, all your tests are coming back negative. So they really didn't know what was going on then. Right. They just didn't tell us. They just said upper respiratory infection. They give you probably antibiotics or cough syrup or something like that.
Which is weird because at that time period, people probably did have it and they did beat it. It wasn't such a big issue. But once the spread happened, now you're seeing more deaths, more people in the hospital, more people in ICU, on ventilators. I'm trying to figure out what happened from November, December, January, or fast forward to now that triggered to where the world is now on their deathbed. And now the government is predicting all these deaths, and which doesn't quite register with me because I'm trying to figure out how do they know these numbers to be exact, So it's very crazy.
And another thing that's getting to me mentally is that they don't have enough masks and gloves and supplies in the hospitals. It's it's crazy.
They in New York, they have people out on the streets. Here in Michigan, they had to roll a couple of bodies that didn't make it on the outside because the mortuary was kind of full. So it's getting serious. They saying that some of the big 3 hospitals here in the state is running out of supplies within 3 days, 4 days. Some of them less than 10 days. And it's not just the staff that don't have it, but they don't have those equipment for the patients neither.
Wow.
Even with them getting supplies in, as supplies coming in, they're using them and then they getting, tossed out. Can't be used again. So it's,
But I did hear somewhere where they were like, it was said that they were allegedly reusing masks.
Yeah. So that's what's going to happen. If you have a old mask, they are recommending that you still bring it in so they can use it, because I guess they saying no mask, a mask is better than no mask. But
wow.
You still got people germs in those
That's
masks. Even if you spray them down, now you inhaling the chemicals from the disinfectant sprays. So this is getting real tricky. I don't know what the result would be. I just hope that at some point in time things do get to a speedy recovery, because the more that the day goes on, people are looking for the lifts of the lockdown to be removed and to get back to their daily lives. But the more that we on this lockdown, it seems like the worse that it's getting.
Yeah.
So, hopefully we find something that's going on with that.
Hopefully.
So in other news, there was a big 2-hour police chase. A police chase, almost 2 hours. Allegedly, the suspect kidnapped or took a child and then returned the child and then got back on the pursuit, on the speed chase. Then he stopped and got gas.
So was it his child, or he just
I'm not
took
sure.
somebody's
I'm not
child?
sure if it was his child or not. I'm not sure if he hopped in the car, and joyride, and the child was in the back. I'm not sure.
And this took place in Detroit.
Yeah, it took place in Detroit.
Okay.
And during this chase, he had time to get gas, some substance, some high fives. He cruised throughout the whole west side of Detroit.
What's high fives?
It was people. He had like 4 or 5 cars surrounding him.
Oh, you sound like friends. I'm thinking that's something that you get from the gas station.
No, he had help.
Oh,
okay. It was the pursuit of the 2 hours. They call it the update Grand Theft Auto style. I mean, the man had more than 20-some-odd police cars. The helicopters then lost them, then found them, lost them, then found them. It was a crazy goose chase.
Yeah, it sounds crazy.
It was a real crazy goose chase.
It's just so much other stuff that's going on in the world right now, and
crime's still happening, regardless of the lockdown. That's letting you know that crime's still happening throughout the world.
And it's also letting you know how ignorant people are.
Well, yeah.
Very.
Unfortunately, but
it's sad.
Hopefully we all get this together at some point in time.
Get what together? The fact that this fool is running from the cops. You want to get that together?
I just hope that this chase does not put a mandate of a lockdown or force us into where we can't do anything, because this chase did last a long time. So I'm hoping that the governor doesn't, I hope we don't have to pay for this person consequences. That's what I'm hoping. That's just my hope. Fingers crossed.
Well, you're supposed to be staying in anyway.
I mean, yeah, you're supposed to be staying in, but I mean, people still have to do things throughout the day to prepare them for the remainder of the day, of those things they have to do. That's things of essential, of getting gas, of...
What do you need gas for?
Well, people still have to go back and forth to work. There are some people that still have to work.
That's the difference between...
There are some people that still have to go to the grocery store every day.
But that's a difference between someone that has to work and somebody that's just out because they want to be out.
Well, I mean, some people
We are trying to get this under control, and it will never be under control if people are still living their daily lives freely and not caring and going and coming as they please. If you got to get groceries every day, I don't know everybody's situation. Maybe somebody is living without a refrigerator and they have to keep going back and forth to the grocery store. Okay, that should be a short trip in and out. But doing other things, that's just ridiculous. We're never going to get this controlled unless they put us on a real lockdown where you can't do nothing. You can't even go out on your front porch barely. That's what we need, truthfully. I'm tired of people dying. I'm tired of every time I go on social media or every time I pick up the phone, I'm getting a rest in peace text message saying so-and-so, so-and-so, they passed away. Like, it's ridiculous. And it's not getting better. For the next 2 weeks, they claim it's going to get worse.
Well, we should.
I can't imagine it being one of my loved ones, and then you see fools out here having fun, riding down the street, partying, thinking that it's fun, thinking that it's funny. Like, this is a real life matter, a situation that we've never experienced before. I don't know why these fools is acting like it's okay to live your normal life. Right now, we got to back and do what's right. Sit home. I can't understand how people say they're tired of sitting home. I can understand you kind of get bored. You be like, damn, I want to go out and get some air. But this is home. This is what you pay for. You pay your mortgage. You pay your rent, your bills, your cable bill. Now you're able to just sit here and enjoy it. Try to make the best out of it. Be a parent to your child. Help with schoolwork. Do things that you couldn't do on a daily because you worked or either just was out in the streets too much. It's only for a little short time if everybody could do it and get it together. People still having parties.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with the parties.
People still having parties. I seen a party on Instagram.
And the parties are more than 5 people.
Man, this party was at least 15. And then they had masks on. And then they was taking the mask off, partying, dancing, throwing money. And then they put the mask back on. And I'm like, I don't understand. You could have donated those masks to the hospitals because you're playing with them.
I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what the answer could be. A lot of people have thrown things out there. The governor has mentioned things, but she said things are not to the point to where they need to enforce that.
Yeah, because there's not enough deaths yet.
So I don't know. It's a little weary. This is something that we can ask you guys. Like, what are you doing to get through these stressful days?
Yeah.
Some people meditate, some people pray, some people try to bypass time. The hardest thing about the lockdown is that you are very limited on things that you can do. Some people are tired of eating. Some people are tired of watching TV.
Some people are tired of their significant other.
Yes. Some people are just tired of just being in the house, period. So it's a challenge. I think everybody's so used to being on the go. And when you are so used to being on the go, your body gets used to being on the move. Mm-hmm. So when you are like kind of forced to be in an isolated place, yes, that is me.
You like to be on the go.
I am a person that loves to move around. I like to, I'm a businessman, so I'm constantly working. I'm constantly trying to do something. I'm always trying to put my hands in something to keep myself busy. Don't get me wrong. She'll tell you this is very hard for me. Trust me, very hard. And I think the hardest thing is trying to find things to do to where it doesn't become so boring. We sit here and we laugh and joke amongst each other. We try to make the best out of the TV shows. Mm-hmm. What's crazy to me is that these TV providers give you almost 1,000 channels with almost nothing to watch on them.
Yeah,
that's something I just don't understand. Like you paying for these. Oh. You paying for these channels and there's really nothing on.
I heard HBO is about to be free soon.
Okay.
With Xfinity.
There you have it.
Because they want us to try to stay home more, so they are giving a short amount of time for you to get the premium channels. I don't know if they're doing them all at once because we just had, what was it, Showtime?
Showtime and Epic, I believe.
And now I heard that that's going to end and then HBO will pick back up. But on the other hand, I am the stay-at-home, chill, lounge on the couch, eat my ice cream, chill, relax. I love being home. I love being home. Granted, I do have moments where I'm tired of just being around the same people and, not being able to be like, hey, let's go grab a bite to eat. Let's go out to dinner. Like, I am missing that part of it. But other than that, he'll tell you, I love being home. I love my house. I love it. If I can find more things to watch on TV and more YouTube videos to watch, it's just like heaven.
She is a homebody.
If it wasn't for social media constantly reminding me what's going on in the world, this would be the perfect moment for me right now to have my family in one house, don't have to worry about what's going on in the streets, this would be perfect for me. I really enjoy being in the house. I love it.
Well, speaking of being in the house, over the weekend, we were very entertained between the battle of Little John and T-Pain. I'm not gonna lie. Before the battle started, I thought T-Pain was gonna it was gonna be a walk in the park. I'm just be honest with you. I thought because T-Pain has a lot of hits, so does Lil Jon.
Mm-hmm.
I think they both submitted 60 hits.
60?
They both submitted 60 hits, and it was going for the top 20 out of their list that they picked. And I thought it was gonna be a walk in the park for T-Pain, because T-Pain did have that moment in the early 2000s where he was just making hits crazy. And then Lil Jon had his early 2000s, around the time him and DMX was running the charts. And I thought, Lil Jon was gonna probably be off a little bit. But when this battle started, T-Pain came with a nice one. But out of the 4 songs he made that he put on the list, Lil Jon crushed that guy. I don't know why T-Pain didn't play Shorty with featuring Plies. I don't understand why he didn't play that. And throughout the whole comments, everybody like, play Plies. He didn't play it.
Might be a reason behind it.
It might have. But what he said, at first everybody thought that was going to be the number 1 song. But it wasn't.
What was the number 1 song? Do you remember?
I believe it was All I Do Is Win, 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 No Matter What. I think that was it. I think that's the one I meant that had more platinum.
Because I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I tried to get her to watch it. But
I tuned in. I think when you said something about it, I looked on there, and they had like 300K people watching.
They broke their record.
And they even had, I think Netflix.
They had Netflix.
Netflix was
they had
on.
Sports Center.
Yeah, like they really
had some big hitters in there watching.
Dead, but I don't know. I'm just not into it. Like I was just like, okay, it's cool. It's certain stuff on social media that I just kind of don't. I think when they were on, it's crazy. But I was on Boosie Live watching his live, and he had a calm live that night.
It's because everybody was over at T-Pain.
I mean, it was still like 14K, but what I mean by calm was they wasn't just.
He wasn't a Boosie $1,000.
Yeah, it wasn't like that type of. He was just talking, and he was actually playing some of his music. I think I really like him as a rapper now.
Oh, I like all the Boosie old music.
I don't, because I'm not into rap for real. Like certain music I like, and I might hear the beat, but I love his voice, like how he rap, and I love the beat that's with it. It make you want to just get crunk. Like it's fun to hear him rap.
He has he's very hype in his lyrics.
Yeah, he make you be like, oh, I want to get out.
Yeah, he gets you into put in that good clubby mode.
Yes,
he
definitely.
Good clubby mode. I think the other second live at that Saturday was DJ D Nice. DJ D Nice came on.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had like 50,000 people watching at that time.
Somebody said, excuse me for cutting you off, that Oprah was on one of their lives.
Oprah was on live. I think she was on her own live though, and she was actually having people join her in, and she was just selecting them, talking to them.
No, I think Oprah was on one of the DJ lives.
Well, she probably
and somebody said Michelle Obama.
Yes, Michelle Obama was in.
I was like, wow,
live
that's
also.
dope.
I think she made an appearance in the T-Pain one too.
That's dope.
Because I do know Barack does listen to a lot of like T-Pain. I think so.
That's dope.
He could have probably joined her in that also. Mm-hmm. Over the weekend was it was a very nice hype in-house club moment.
Yeah, for
like,
them.
For me.
I think I was just laying in my bed watching makeup tutorials.
That's what she does.
Just watch people do their makeup, and
you have to come up with a makeup line.
Right, exactly.
You have to get in that makeup gang.
Especially lipstick.
That's where the big bang is at.
Because I don't really wear makeup. What's crazy? Like I got on lipstick. Well, it's lip gloss. But I just like watching people make up their face and transform. And I also like to watch people cook and eat.
She's very into mukbang. experience.
Yeah, I love it.
Maybe one day we'll have a mukbang going.
Definitely. We got to do the big crab legs. That's like this big.
Oh, she wants the colossal.
King. And then I want the shrimp and all that, the prawns. That would be so fun. We're gonna do a seafood mukbang.
Coming soon.
You gonna do it?
I guess so.
Okay.
I'm gonna be on here snapping and cracking, getting juices all over the table.
That sounds
get
fun.
my little comemere probably. I might get the little comemere apron or whatever. Bib.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So we're working on that, y'all. Coming soon.
Another thing, how y'all guys feel about the increase on price? Like they say, I've seen somebody post a steak that was $40.
Yeah.
In the grocery store.
I think it was at Walmart, and my cousin was going around looking for disinfectant wipes and stuff. She said they're charging $40 online for a small little tube of disinfectant wipes. $40.
Or you better get some bleach, some hot water.
Old school.
And wipe down.
Yep.
Before I pay $40 for a little box of wipes.
And people still going crazy buying up all the tissue.
Yes. Well,
it's still stores but I'm saying you need tissue, but you gotta buy 7 packs. Come on, save something for the man behind you. Geesh.
I mean,
but you know what I found out? If you live in I don't know if everybody got Family Dollar, but we got Family Dollar here. I noticed that Family Dollar gets shipments almost every day or every other day. So if you go there and then they don't have what you need, just go back the next day. They should have it. But people are still going crazy. But because I went to Family Dollar.
Every time I go to one of these stores.
It depends on the time of the day you're going.
And then now the way they have it is now, the very early crowd, they'll let the senior citizens get in. And then once they're gone, they'll let the public get in. But then we have seen where people had taken pictures and they have everyone standing outside 6 feet apart and allowing so many people going in now. So it's
and my friend said Dollar General, it's a lot of stores that got the stuff that we want. It's just when you go to the big stores like Walmart, Target, a lot of those stores, yeah, they are selling out. Even when I went to Kroger's, when I didn't need tissue and paper towel, they had it. But now when I went, maybe last week they didn't have tissue. So if you go to the smaller little stores, they still have tissue, they still have paper towel. And if they don't, they get it frequently. So it's okay. Don't freak out.
It's the food that's the issue.
The food. That's what you need to
Food.
survive.
The food is the issue. It's not enough food coming in. It's not enough food. And then also, I know everybody used to buying name brand food. And all your name brand food going on, and then the misspelled spaghetti noodles is now there to be purchased, and nobody wants to get it. But in this time of period,
right now
us as black folks
dealing with a crisis.
We know how to survive off some of the least amount of food being supplied. So you just gotta ignore the name and grab what's available to feed you and your family.
Well, me, I love no name. I don't really care if my spaghetti sauce is expensive or not, or if the name is on it. I normally go by taste, but because we're in a crisis right now and food is scarce, you don't even know if you're gonna wake up tomorrow. Who cares about the brand of spaghetti sauce? As long as you're able to grab the sauce and go home and make a meal for your family, that's all that matters. We don't have time to be picky right now. Oh, I don't eat beans out the can. I don't eat this. I don't eat beef. I don't eat chicken. I'm a vegan. At this point,
I ain't gonna lie.
I hate to say it. You gotta eat. We gotta survive.
Before this crisis started, I didn't eat no beef, chicken, pork. I was a pescatarian. Now
I eat.
I mean everything.
Only thing I don't eat is pork. Yeah.
You couldn't force me to. I to be honest, if they took everything else off the shelves, I guarantee you I would be a diehard vegetarian before I pick up any pork.
But that's another thing, yeah. So before this, I didn't eat any red meat. I didn't eat any red meat, and I didn't eat pork. So I'm still not eating pork, and I don't care if the pig is the last thing on this earth. I will probably just eat grass and dirt. I will not eat pork at all. But I have slightly started back eating beef, and I missed it.
I don't miss it. But I'm eating it, but I'm eating what's available. I do remember
Turkey,
the first couple
burger?
meals I had with beef. I did have a slight headache, because my body hasn't had it in a while. But
it didn't do anything to me.
But now,
I ate that burger and I fell in love
we
all
had some
over again.
oxtails. I made some oxtails and I killed it. Did I not?
The crock pot made the oxtails.
Who prepared it? Me.
Me.
She made the rice. I made the oxtail.
We.
Well, how was it we?
Because you may have seared them in a pan first, but I also helped with the gravy, cut up the onions. It was a group activity. He didn't make anything by himself, and I didn't either. We worked together to prepare a meal for the family.
Okay, it was a team effort. How about that?
And the crock pot did everything. Once we seasoned it up and I chopped up them onions, put it in the gravy, he seared the meat. We put everything in the crock pot and left it alone.
And it was dry. They did come off the bone.
They were really good.
Really good.
And then I went in and made us some rice to go with it.
Sure did. If anybody want that recipe, let me know. I'll give y'all guys that recipe.
It wasn't difficult.
I mean, it's not hard to really cook. I mean,
What you talking about? If anybody want that recipe, like you just put a special sauce on it or something.
I did.
We bought the gravy from the store.
But I marinated the oxtail.
You marinated them when?
I put the seasoning together. I don't care.
He went in the seasoning cabinet.
And I put, like you supposed to.
You just said you marinated them. You didn't marinate anything.
Actually, I did marinate them because I had to wait for the other ones to cook. So I let the other ones marinate in the bowl for about
3 minutes until you finished browning the other ones that was in the pot. Then you pulled the ones out and put them in the pot. You did not marinate. Don't. If anybody want his recipe, make a comment below. We'll make sure you get a copy of it.
I can't win.
Your family won't be disappointed.
Well, they shouldn't. Why would they be disappointed?
I mean, because the crock pot gonna make them fall off the bone if you leave it in there long enough.
But you gotta put the ingredients together to make the oxtail taste good.
They gonna get your recipe.
I hope so. Because comment below, I give you guys all the ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
There's only about 4 or 5 ingredients. But hey.
You talking about the seasoning?
Yes. What else I'm talking about? Jeez. She be on my case, y'all.
I'm just saying, you just put it out. You just make it seem like you're just a chef.
I am a chef.
You are not a chef.
I am a gourmet chef.
You are a man that knows how to survive.
I'll put it like this.
You know how to cook to survive.
Bobby Flay.
Oh, come on now. Why would you challenge Bobby Flay
to a cookout?
Maybe Bobby Brown, and even he can cook.
I could beat Bobby Brown.
No, Bobby Brown got his own sauce and everything.
He ain't make that sauce.
So what? He probably did put things together to make that sauce. Anyway, I would love to see the challenge.
Just anybody tag Bobby Flay. I'll challenge him.
Ooh, Bobby Flay gonna dust you.
We can do a social distance cooking.
Don't let Bobby Flay put you on the grill.
We ain't talking. We talking about in the kitchen.
Oh, because I was gonna say Bobby Flay.
In the kitchen.
He's the grill master.
She's a huge fan of Bobby Flay, y'all.
Yeah, I told y'all I love to watch people cook.
She's so, excited about Bobby Flay.
I love him.
But if anybody can tag him, just let him know. Challenge him.
I'm gonna tag him myself.
Tell him, come on, we can do a social distance challenge. We can take this real viral.
Okay, we'll see.
No faith in me, man.
If you get Bobby Flay on here, I'm definitely gonna stand behind you.
No. She was just on Bobby Flay team.
I mean, I still am, but I'm sure him and his wife won't let me come over. So at this point, they don't know who got it and who don't. So I got to stay in my own house. So therefore, if you can get Bobby Flay on here, I'm gonna be all in. I'll be a sous chef. Except I'm not cutting up onions.
Why?
Because I don't like onions. I don't like how I love onions, but I don't like how they're too strong.
You don't want to cry?
Well, sometimes I cry, sometimes I don't.
Listen, if you don't want to cry cutting up onions, do not cut off the tip.
I tried that
If you
the
cut
other
off the
day,
tip, it will
and
make
it
your
did not
eyes
work.
tear up quicker.
It did not. Oh, it'll make them tear
Yeah,
quicker, so
right.
it won't eliminate it.
Well,
Right?
if you know how to cut, onions properly, when you cut it down the middle, and if you cut it fast enough, when you cut it fast enough, that teary eye should not come. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, whatever. It's always got something to say. Anyway.
See what I'm going through. I rest my case.
Come on, child. You can't live with me or without me.
Unfortunately, that's true. But anyway. So, when you guys, wow.
What?
I forgot what I was about to say.
Probably wasn't important anyway. So, thanks again to everybody that's been buying shirts. We are really happy and excited.
Yes, and I also want to let you guys know all of the smalls and the mediums and the black crop top comemere shirt are sold out. Wow. Working on getting the smalls and mediums back in.
It's a lot of small and medium people.
Yes. But the other shirts are available online, so you guys can go ahead and get your orders in. The link will be down below. Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Until next time, peace.